Hello lovelies and welcome to today's video. So something interesting happened today. I was hanging out with my sister like I do most days, and she asked me an interesting question. Now, I have a newborn nephew. He will be 4 weeks old on Friday, so keep that in mind. And she asked me how long it had been since I'd been in my art room, because with all the drama that's been happening, I haven't felt, like sitting there. I haven't had the interest. And so, yeah, she knew that, and she asked if I'd been back in my art room, and I said, oh, I did a little bit. And then she asked me, she goes, have you scrapped any pictures of him yet? Pointing to my nephew. And I'm like, no, I haven't. Now, like I said, he's going to be 4 weeks old on Friday, and I haven't scrapped one picture of him, which doesn't seem like a big thing, but it is. It made me realise that it's been at least 4 weeks since I've scrapped any photos, because obviously the first thing I'm going to do is scrap some pictures of this gorgeous little boy, which you will see very soon. And yeah, it got me thinking. So when I got home today, I had some energy and I did everything I had to do, and I thought, I'm going to do it. I'm going to sit and I'm going to scrap. Now, on the odd occasions that I have gotten into my art room, I've done some art journaling. I think it's because of the 100-day project. It's pushing me to, when I do have that energy and the mojo's there, to do some art. But I haven't scrapbooked in a while. So I finally got some ink for my photo printer, which means whenever I'm feeling like it, I can just print off what I want and go for it. But yeah, I haven't done it. So I thought, no, today's going to be the day and I'm going to do it. And then, even though I just said that the first thing I would do would be to scrap photos of my newborn nephew, well, no. I went back to my niece's album. I'm really trying to finish this. If you remember in one of my previous videos, I mentioned that I made a deal with her that I would have this album done by the time my nephew was born. I think we all knew I was never going to get that done. But in saying that, I did get a lot of pictures scrapped. And it did make her send me every photo she wants me to do, so I had them there ready to go. So yeah, I'm trying to finish this album, and I knew that I wanted to use one of these little series of multiple photos that I put together in a collage, and yeah, so I decided to do that. So while I've been rambling on, all I've done in my background is I've cut my paper down, my cardstock down, because if you're not quite sure, my niece's album is 8.5 by 11. Oh, I struggle with this size, I do, and it sucks because obviously she wants their albums to match, so I need to get an 8.5 by 11 for my newborn nephew, which means I have to scrap more 8.5 by 11 photos or layouts, and I really struggle with the size. I'm a 12 by 12 person, but I'm getting through it, I'm managing. So I cut it down and I started with some modelling paste, and I had a heart stencil. I have 2 heart stencils. Can you believe that? Only 2. I have tubs and folders full of stencils, only 2 with hearts on it. I was not happy. So I had to, I was very limited for choices because I knew I wanted a heart stencil. So I applied it with some modelling paste. And then I thought I'd get out some watercolours. So the thing I love about my niece's album is it's very pink, lots and lots of pink. So I was able to, draw from that colour inspiration. And these are my photos up here. And as you can see, there's not a lot of pink in them, but there is a lot of white. And I felt that the pink would really pop off this layout and really, make this photo series just pop right off. So I really wanted to go with the pink. So I decided to go with some watercolours. Now, once my modelling paste was dry, I spritzed it with a little bit of water, so when I put my watercolour on the paper, it would flow a little bit and blend together. So you saw that I only applied paint in a few areas, and then I sprayed more water and just let that bleed and flow together. And then I used my heat gun to dry. I'm impatient. I use my heat gun for everything. I don't let anything dry naturally. I'm too impatient. And then just to add a bit more, I put a few little splatters because I don't think I can do anything without splatters. It might have looked completely different without the splatters. Maybe next time I might try that. And yeah, so anyway, the thing with modelling paste is adhering down. Yeah, that was a bit of an issue. So I used wet glue, which you'll see in a minute, and then I had to weight it down with something heavy to get it to stick. But it's holding pretty well. But first off, I tried to go around some of my hearts with a white paint pen just to try and make them stand out a little more. Didn't work very well. Maybe a gel pen would have worked better. I don't know. I thought a paint pen would, but no. It just sort of, blends into my colour. But anyway, it's not a big deal. And then these are my photos. As you can see, they're 3 photos taken very consecutive, very close together. So they're 3 very similar photos that I wouldn't want to scrap individually, but I did want to I couldn't choose basically. She sent me a whole bunch, said, here, pick which ones you want and scrap them. I couldn't choose, they were too cute. So I made a collage of the 3 photos and decided I would scrap them as one, and I really love the way it looks. It's definitely something different for her album. If you've watched these videos, you know that I struggle with things looking the same, especially because I like mixed media. I feel that my formula is the same and things tend to come out looking the same. So the fact that I've got these, like a different set of photos, really helps with that. So it's going to look great in her album. And then I've just mounted it on some paper. I have a stack sitting on my desk of all the things that I have bought to do my niece's album, because like I have mentioned many times, surrounded by boys, 2 sons, 3 nephews now. But before Luna was born, which is my niece, there was 2 nephews, my 2 boys, my husband, the dog, very masculine layouts, lots of boy collections. If there's a boy collection out there, chances are I've bought it. So when it came time to do a little girl album, I struggled. So I went on a shopping bender and bought so many cute girl things. And so when I was trying to get this album finished, I put it all on my desk and left it there so I could draw from it easily. Because we know if I want to use something, I need to have it out. If it's in a drawer, if it's in a cupboard, I'm not going to get up in the middle of what I'm doing and go get it. That's not me. So it needs to be within arm's reach. So I have this massive pile of stuff just sitting on my desk. And I have scraps of paper from previous layouts, so I just grabbed one of those and matted my photos. Then I went and found some embellishments. Now these are some old embellishments from an old Cocoa Vanilla range. I didn't actually look which one it was, but on the back of the packet I saw this So Happy scripty fonty title thing, and I thought that would be awesome for this layout, because if you look in the photos, she's laughing and she's just really happy, and I thought it was the perfect title for this layout. And there was also a few other little bits and pieces that I could put to make a little cluster there next to my photo. So I really liked that. I love being able to draw multiple pieces from one pack, because I know they're all going to coordinate, and it just makes it so much easier to embellish. I find that I struggle with embellishing lately. I don't know, I don't seem to have the mojo for it, which is why a lot of my stuff is not really why. My stuff is always mixed media based because I just love mixed media. I love art, I love mess. So that's why a lot of my stuff is mixed media based. But yeah, embellishing I struggle with still to this day. That big hand you saw was my husband. Often I ask for his opinion when I'm very indecisive, which is, most days. And as you could see, I was trying to decide where to put my title, whether I put it directly underneath my area of paint and mess, if that makes sense, or off to the side. I love the white space look, so lately I've been focusing on one section of my layout and leaving the rest white. I really love that look, especially when using smaller photos. I just love the way that turns out when you do that. So yeah, I was a bit indecisive, so I asked for his opinion, which I do often. But yeah, anyway, that's it for the layout. Wasn't a very long one, but it was still one of my favorites. I love how this turned out. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back real soon with a new video. Bye for now.